A lot of the improvements in equipment and just general infrastructure are really about opening up some process bottlenecks that we've had. So we've got a new cooler that's being built right now. Should be ready a little bit later on this spring. And that's going to allow us a big expansion on keg storage. That's one of our biggest bottlenecks probably right now. We also have some different types of kegs that we're working into, a more modern keg that the majority of the industry uses. Those are called straight side Sankeys, is what you'll hear them called. So we've got a new compressor and keg washer for those kegs, and I think that storing the large quantity of those clean kegs might be a little bit of a challenge for us moving forward. But the ability to move those kegs through fairly quickly with the washing machine that we have, and then to get them filled off these larger tanks that are behind me here, and get them into the cooler and store it they're just going to move right through. And at that point, we're going to be looking at expanding before that actually, now we're looking at expanding into some areas that we haven't sold beer before to increase our market and our sales.
So, in terms of a timeline, 6 months to maybe a year, you see production picking up to, I mean, now Boundary's at 6,000, I believe, barrels per year, is
Hmm.
what I was told. Do you see that increasing with all of the new additions?
Sure. Yeah, I think with the Brewers Association, which does a lot of the tracking for U.S. breweries and how much they produce each year, I think we may have reported as much as about 7,000 barrels last year. This year, I think just eliminating some of those bottlenecks and assuming that things get ironed out pretty quickly with our new markets, we could see as much as 8,500 barrels this year. I can't imagine that we would grow much more quickly than that. At this point, with the number of brewers that we have and the system that we have, we're pretty much allowed up to 14 brews in a week without starting to go into more than a two-shift brew day. So that would mean pretty much going to an around-the-clock brew schedule, more or less, if we wanted to move beyond 14 brews a week. And just as an idea of volume, our batch sizes are about 15 barrels. So that would be 30 barrels times 7 days, so about 210 barrels a week or a little bit more. So that would be filling all three of these large 60-barrel tanks behind me in a week, within a week. So we'll see how things go. I guess that's something that we haven't really ironed out completely, and there's a lot of variables that will work themselves out, I think.
Definitely. I think that's good. So, that's all I needed, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well, that's
condensed
easy.
it.